Hello everyone, this is Wicked Fox. Today we're doing the Prophecy Dungeon. There was a quest in there to do just below the ultimatum, and just want to show you that it's not that hard to do. If you're doing this, don't look at it as it's going to be really tough. All I did is just add a few extra things, and I'll kind of show you. This is from the second step, just kind of showing you some of the little changes that they did. What they'll do is in this area, they pretty much added one little mini boss kind of thing that is can be taken damage to. So he just roams around with this big huge axe and tries to hit you. So it's nothing really difficult. So if you've already done this, or if you haven't done this, what you're doing is you're looking up top, and there's a little, see how like below me right now there's a little circle up above, there's a circle up there, and it has Tolan. Tolan is that little light guy, and you just look to see what area he is, and then look down below and see if it's dark or light. So each one of these have a light and a dark spot. You just pick where Tolan is, and then he tells you which one it's going to be under. So what I'll do is I'll look for it. Okay, it's not there. Okay, there, it's right there. Now it's going to be on dark. And here's a guy that they added in here. Can't do any damage to him. He just roams around very slowly. So don't be alarmed. This is not really that tough. And if you're trying to get that bounty thing done, because they only give you till the next reset, and then it's gone. So just make sure if you're killing these things, depending on what you're trying to get. If you're trying to get the dark motes, shoot them in the dark areas. As you can see, the shadows below me. If you're trying to get the light, obviously you're going to be in the light area. And then once you dunk it in there, you stand in the center and it takes you up top. Okay, now you know this one's dark. Tolan's right above me. Can't do damage to that guy. All you gotta do is just stay out of the way. What I'm using is auto rifle. You can actually farm it right now. You can actually use, I believe you can use tonics for this to find it. I just happen to have it, but it has kinetic tremors on it. I love it. You know, it's one of the fastest auto rifles in the game. It is the fastest auto rifle, you know, in its archetype. And the kinetic tremors, it's just going to do, since you're shooting faster, you're going to do more, you know, kinetic tremors to it. And you can see that there's nothing really to this. So if you were really nervous about, oh, this is going to be really tough, no, it's not. They did, like I said, they added some different features to this. You know, but it's like, imagine only adding one thing to it. Okay, you can see Tolan's right above. It's going to be dark. Shoot him in the shade. I'm just kind of telling you what play by play, if you've never done it. If you've done this, you know, disregard what I'm saying. It's just so people understand what to do. You know, where to look. Because there's a lot of people coming to Destiny and people leaving, and there's a lot of people who have never done this before. But I love the kinetic tremors. It's accurate. Now, if you're wondering about my sensitivity is at 20. Now, I don't recommend anybody to put it at 20 right away. It'll take a while to get that high up because it's going to be hard to control. So the higher you have your sensitivity, the less stickiness that you get when you're shooting things, but the faster movement you have. So when you get really good at the movement and you can move faster than somebody who has got a slow sensitivity, you know, which makes it really tough to fight people in Crucible. You know, I can whip around left to right behind me super fast when somebody else is going to be very, very slow. But the trade-off is you lose your, pretty much I would have to say, like aim assist. You know, the stickiness is just, it's not going to be as sticky, you know, being on a low sensitivity. But once you advance to understanding on how to shoot better and you get better with your aim, then you won't need that stickiness as much, and then you'll have the benefit of both sides. But you're kind of working yourself up to it. Otherwise, if you go to 20 right now, I mean, you're going to have a hard time shooting anything. I love the Thunder Crash right now. I'm using the exotic chest plate, which does more damage. Okay, after you kill these, they added this guy with the big axe again. Now you can do damage to him because you've killed the other two. Not a big deal. Now, one of the part of the quest is you had to do all 3 dungeons under ultimatum, not the ultimatum, but the one below that, and you had to do it on all 3 of the dungeons. So this is actually my final one. I've done the other 2 dungeons already, just below ultimatum. Now I'm going to do this one as my final one. But it's not going to give you anything like tremendous, you know, if you're, because it doesn't really show on there like what you're going to get. So, you know, you're just getting a lot of whatever you call the thing, spoils, little things to use to buy things. And right now you can actually go there and purchase the weapons up above, because they did open that area now. What they did in this area right here, you see the little Tolans down below? There's multiple Tolans. There's one in each, you know, left, middle, and right. So I'll grab this guy since the other guy grabbed the other one. Now, if you don't grab these Tolans, which is going to make it a little bit slower because you can't just fly across, but you have to grab them, otherwise it's not going to extend the timer, and you will just eventually all just die. So you got to get so many Tolans before you get to the end. So if you're ever wondering why you're wiping, that's why. You can see the as a REM, what is it called, the realm collapse on the left side, how it's winding down. 11 seconds, 10 seconds, 9, 8. You got to keep grabbing those Tolans, and if you don't get them within the time, you'll wipe. Okay, so now I grabbed that, and you can see it bumped me up to 24. We got 14 seconds. Someone grabbed Tolan. It bumped us right back up again. So this will be a team, basically a team, you know, where you're trying to make sure that you guys are all grabbing it. You know, you can't just run to the end. Make sure that you're helping out your teammates by grabbing those Tolans. Otherwise, you'll just keep resetting and resetting. So here's one right now for me. I'm going to grab this one. This guy's trying to hit me with a sparrow. You can see we got the timer again. Now we have enough time to get over to the other end. Okay, now that we're over here, the timer is now done. And the secret chest is over here. If you've never done this before, when you get to the very end, you just go down in a corner, and then you jump to the other side. And then right here will be the chest. So there's not much. Like I said, it's like they did one extra thing in each encounter. So if you've done this before, just one little extra thing that they try to do to make it difficult, but it's not difficult at all. Now, once we make our way through here, it'll be the boss fight. Now, since we got in here, it should warp the guy that kept dying out there. It should bring him somewhere close down, right below. All he has to do is run up here. And same thing, just make sure that you shoot them. You look at the three. There's like 3 different columns of the bosses. You have to look to see what colors. Like that one's dark, that one's light, and that one's light. So, be in a shade for the dark if you want dark emotes. Be in the light areas if you want the light emotes. So now I'm in the light area. Light ones are going to show. In the light area, more lights to show. Now there's going to be an ogre every time you drop the emotes, or the emotes, the motes into the columns. There'll be one that spawn. On the third one, you don't have to kill it. All you have to do is, as soon as he dunks it, so he dunked it on the third one, we don't have to sit there and kill it. Just run over here. As long as all 3 of us are in here, it'll take us down below. And then you don't have to worry about trying to fight something. And then with this boss, if he hits you with that little circle thing, as you can see, it hit me like twice. It just brings you back to the beginning. You have to be somewhere close to him. As you can see, when he moves and he warps away, there's like a little timer that you eventually will die if you don't close enough. You know, like where it says, as you can see, the dark entropy in the center up top. See, it was going higher, and when you get so many of them, it'll eventually kill you. And then, you know, in this area, what they did is they made the moats, and then you drop the moats inside. That was like the only extra thing that they did on this part. You can see the dark entropy on the top center. It's ×3 now. As I get closer, it'll go down again. See, now he moved. I'm at 3 again, 4. I have to get close enough within range. 2. I don't know how that hit me, but almost got him down on 1 phase. See how it sent me back. 1 phase did. See, it wasn't anything that was tremendously difficult. That's all there was to it. Now it drops 2 chests over here. And as you can see, it's called the Mysticos. I don't know how to pronounce that, but that was the quest for all 3 of them. And that's all there is to it. So I hope this helped you out. And this is Wicked Fox, and I'm out.